2 years ago, I made the decision to quit drinking alcohol. Benefits like weight loss, better sleep, and no hangovers were obvious. However, there was a few benefits that truly surprised me. Here are some benefits that I wasn't expecting. Take a walk around and you'd be hard-pressed not to find an ad promoting alcohol. Alcohol is idolized by our society and you become sort of an alien when you quit drinking. This may be difficult for some people to comprehend, but when you quit drinking, people tend to take offense. They say stuff like, live a little, a beer won't hurt you, or it's only one drink. However, being sober gives you a sense of freedom that's very hard to achieve when you're drinking. Freedom from friends you can't be sober around, freedom from bars and clubs that you don't want to be at, freedom to drive anywhere, anytime in a safe manner, and freedom to do what you actually want to do. Sobriety gives you the realization of what you actually want to do with your short time on earth. And having this realization gives you the opportunity to pick and choose who you want to be with and what you actually want to do. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely had my fun with alcohol, with friends and family, at concerts and events. However, I truly believe sobriety lets you cherish those moments better than if you were to be drinking. A rather dramatic benefit that I've noticed was the amount of money that I've saved. Money saved should be an obvious benefit. However, it wasn't until I actually did the math that I realized how much money I was actually spending on alcohol. There'd be weeks where I'd spend $100 on alcohol alone. And then if I went to concerts or restaurants, I would spend $100 in a night. And it was average that I would spend $400 to $500 on alcohol in any given week. And that totals to about $4,800 a year spent on alcohol. According to my sobriety app, I've saved about $9,000 in my 2-year journey. And to add to that, I would spend a lot more money on food delivery because I was too sloshed to drive. So that total may be upwards of $600 to $700 a month spent due to alcohol. Nuts. If you're wondering what app I use, it's an app called I Am Sober. It's completely free and I'm not sponsored to say any of this. However, it's a cool app that helps you track money saved and the amount of days you've been sober. Perhaps the most critical benefit that I received was understanding my feelings. When I first quit drinking, I would have these intense highs and lows. I would wake up in the morning and I'd feel so happy, ready to do whatever I needed to get done. And when I would do something, I'd feel so accomplished and I would just become more motivated to do whatever I needed to do. However, then there would be times where I would do nothing but play video games for hours on end or watch movies, and after a while, hours in video games and movies turned into an extreme, overwhelming feeling of boredom. And boredom almost made me decide to drink again. I literally had a beer up to my mouth and then somehow found the strength to move forward and give the alcohol to my roommate. And yes, you will probably feel negative emotions in a more intense manner. However, this is a new way of feeling these emotions. You probably haven't felt emotion like this since before you started drinking. Over time, you get the benefit of better controlling your feelings, and in turn, you get to better understand yourself because you're not hiding from your feelings, you're beginning to understand them. You understand what makes you bored, what makes you happy, what makes you motivated, who makes you joyful. And with this understanding, you create a cycle of the 3 benefits that I highlighted. You learn what makes you happy, so you gain freedom to do what you want, where you want, with whoever you want. You stop spending money on things that don't make you happy, and you can carefully analyze your feelings towards things to make better decisions in life. Therefore, the ultimate benefit is freedom. And before I go, I just want to say I'm not judging anyone for drinking. You are free to do whatever you want to do with your life. Alcohol can be very fun, and if managed correctly, then, some might say that it's still bad for you, but it's whatever you feel you want to do with your life. And if you have an extreme or severe alcohol issue, I would suggest finding help before quitting. But I just wanted to make this video to highlight the fact that sobriety is an option, and it can be very hard and difficult to become sober in this society because it's literally everywhere. And it's hard to socialize and do things with alcohol, but it is an option. And with that being said, I'll see you next time.